Did you know that the human mind is capable of conjuring fears far more terrifying than any creature that walks this earth? Welcome to the cryptic world of horror, an enticing realm that provokes our deepest fears and ignites our primal instincts. It's a world that thrives on the shadows of the unknown, on the thrill of the unforeseen, on the chill of the unexpected. But why, you may wonder, are we inexplicably drawn to this dark corner of human imagination? Our fascination with horror is a complex dance between psychology and the allure of the unknown. It's about the adrenaline rush, the catharsis of fear, the sweet relief that follows a scream. It's about confronting our deepest fears from the safety of our living rooms, about exploring the darkest corners of human nature without risking our lives. But American horror stories, they're a breed apart. They're not just tales of blood and gore, of monsters lurking in the dark. They're stories steeped in history and culture, narratives that reflect society's anxieties and fears, tales that hold up a mirror to the human condition. Take, for instance, the legend of Sleepy Hollow, a tale that has chilled spines for over 2 centuries, or the haunting stories of Edgar Allan Poe, whose macabre tales continue to captivate audiences to this day. And who can forget the chilling tales of Stephen King, whose stories have become synonymous with modern American horror? These stories, and countless others, have left an indelible mark on the landscape of American horror. They've shaped our understanding of fear, of the unknown, of the darkness that lurks within each of us. They've forced us to confront our deepest fears, to question our beliefs, to challenge our perceptions of reality. So brace yourselves, for we are about to delve into the heart of American horror. It's a journey that will take us through the annals of history, through the corridors of the human mind, through the dark alleyways of fear and terror. It's a journey that promises to be as thrilling as it is terrifying. So, buckle up, hold on tight, and remember, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Some would claim that fear is born out of the unknown. But what if it's something more? Indeed, looking back through history, fear has been a constant companion to mankind. Its origins are as old as humanity itself, woven into our very DNA. It has been our guide, our compass in the dark, warning us of dangers unseen. But fear is not just a biological response. It's a story we tell ourselves, a narrative we spin in the dark corners of our minds. And nowhere is this more apparent than in our folklore and literature, where fear takes on a life of its own. Consider some of the earliest American horror stories. In the late 18th century, Washington Irving penned the legend of Sleepy Hollow, a tale of a headless horseman that still sends shivers down our spines. This story, rooted in the fear of the unknown and the supernatural, has become a cornerstone of American horror literature. Then we have the Salem witch trials, a real-life horror story from the late 17th century. This was a time of mass hysteria, where fear of the devil and the supernatural led to the execution of 20 innocent people. The fear that gripped Salem was so palpable, so real, that it has been etched into the American psyche, inspiring countless horror stories and films. These tales, shrouded in the mists of time, have laid the foundation for the American horror story. They serve as a reminder of how fear can grip us, how it can shape our actions, our stories, and our culture. These stories show us that fear is not just a reaction to the unknown. It's a part of our history, our folklore, our literature. It's an integral part of the human experience, a thread that weaves its way through our collective consciousness, influencing our actions and shaping our narratives. And so we see that fear is not merely born out of the unknown. It's something more profound, more pervasive. It's part of our very identity. These tales, shrouded in the mists of time, have laid the foundation for the American horror story. Our fears often take form in the creatures that haunt our nightmares. The American landscape is sprawling and diverse, a fitting backdrop for the multitude of mysterious creatures that supposedly inhabit its corners. These monsters, whether they are real or the products of vivid imaginations, have wormed their way into our collective consciousness, and they're not going anywhere. Let's take a journey into the deep, dark woods of the Pacific Northwest, where the elusive Bigfoot is said to roam. This towering creature, covered in coarse hair from head to toe, is often associated with the fear of the unknown. The wilderness is vast and unexplored, And the idea that a creature like Bigfoot could exist out there brings a thrill of terror and excitement. We then fly to the rustic town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, where the Mothman, a winged creature with glowing red eyes, has been a source of terror since the 1960s. This creature is often linked to disasters or tragedies, embodying our fear of impending doom and the inevitability of fate. Our final stop is the Pine Barrens of New Jersey, home to the mythical Jersey Devil. This creature, with its horse-like head, wings, and serpentine tail, is said to be the cursed 13th child of Mother Leeds, born in the 1700s. The Jersey Devil feeds on our fear of curses and the supernatural, reminding us of the eerie tales of witchcraft and dark magic that have been passed down through generations. These creatures, Bigfoot, the Mothman, and the Jersey Devil, have become part of American folklore and popular culture. They have inspired countless books, movies, and television shows, tapping into our primal fears and our fascination with the macabre. These monsters, real or imagined, are a testament to our deepest fears and darkest nightmares. They serve as reminders of our vulnerabilities, our insecurities, and our fascination with the unknown. So the next time you find yourself alone in the dark, remember, you're never truly alone. There might just be a monster lurking in the shadows. America's history is haunted by specters of the past, whispering their tales of horror to those who dare to listen. This is a country where every creaking floorboard and flickering light might just be a portal to the other side. Let's delve into the shadows and uncover some of these eerie tales etched in time and space. In the heart of San Jose, California, stands a sprawling mansion known as the Winchester Mystery House. This labyrinthine dwelling, with its endless hallways and doors leading to nowhere, was the brainchild of Sarah Winchester, the widow of firearm magnate William Wirt Winchester. The story goes that Sarah, haunted by the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles, constructed this baffling mansion to confuse and evade the restless ghosts. Further north, nestled in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado, looms the Stanley Hotel, a place that inspired the chilling narrative of Stephen King's The Shining. This grand edifice, with its imposing facade and opulent interiors, is said to host a multitude of spectral guests. It's not uncommon for visitors to report hearing phantom parties in the ballroom or spotting ghostly children playing in the hallways. On the East Coast, in the quaint town of Fall River, Massachusetts, sits the Lizzie Borden House. This unassuming residence was the scene of a horrific double murder in the late 19th century, a crime allegedly committed by the house's namesake, Lizzie Borden. To this day, guests claim to encounter the apparitions of the slain couple, seemingly trapped within the confines of their former home. These haunted locations scattered across the land are more than just tourist attractions. They are tangible links to America's darker history, brimming with tales of tragedy, mystery, and the supernatural. They serve as chilling reminders that sometimes the past refuses to stay buried. So the next time you find yourself in an old, creaky building, remember, you might not be as alone as you think. These haunted places serve as chilling reminders that sometimes the past refuses to stay buried. In the modern age, our fears have evolved, giving birth to new forms of horror. The monsters under our beds and the ghosts in our closets have shifted and changed, reflecting the fears that haunt our contemporary society. In this era, the horror genre has seen a significant rise in psychological horror and true crime stories. These stories are not just about the fear of the unknown, but also about the fear of the known, the tangible, the people and situations that exist in our everyday life. Psychological horror, for instance, plays on the fears of the mind, the internal struggles, and the dark corners of our psyche. It's the fear of what's inside us rather than what's outside. The fear of losing control, of not knowing who we truly are or what we're capable of. On the other hand, true crime stories bring us face to face with the darkest aspects of humanity. They present the grim reality that the monsters we fear are not supernatural beings but our fellow humans. It's the fear of what others can do, the fear of the evil that exists in our society. This shift in horror reflects our current societal fears, the anxieties that are born from living in our complex modern world. It's an exploration of our collective nightmares, a mirror held up to our darkest thoughts and deepest fears. In the face of the unknowable, we continue to weave tales that chill us to the bone. So why are we drawn to these tales of terror? Perhaps it is because they allow us to confront our fears in a safe environment. Horror, in its many forms, provides a cathartic release, allowing us to explore the shadowy depths of our psyche from the comfort of our homes. Remember, horror is not just about fear. It's about the exploration of the human condition and the dark corners of our minds we dare not venture into alone. Thank you for joining us on this chilling journey. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this with your friends. Until next time, keep the lights on.